Yeah, as you saw this morning, he's come out of it very well. He didn't have a particularly hard race. He only really got stuck into him from the last. He got down and stretched, and I hope the match practice might bring him on. It's going to have to, mind you, to trouble the binoculars of this world, but he's a horse we've always rated, and I think good ground would probably help him as well. So I'm looking forward to running him. I think the pressure, we're not under any real pressure, but I think he could run well.
And you've already had a champion hurdle winner in Catch It. How would he compare with that horse?
Oh, he did a lot more speed than Catch It, but this is probably a much stronger champion this year.
And who would be the main danger for you, do you think, in the champion?
Oh, I think you've still got to respect Binocular. He's been there and done it, and he's probably a spring horse. So he sets the standard, but there was a few biting at his heels. Okay.
Another very big contender for you, Medamit in the Arkle, won really well against Captain Chris last time.
He did. That was a proper performance, and it's just what I wanted to see. He travelled very well. He jumped extremely accurately, and he was probably in front too long and idled a little bit. But I just thought it was the ideal prep, and I think dropping him back to 2 will suit him. He'll travel in the Arkle, and he's got enough stamina. He'll get up the hill well, so he's probably my strongest chance of the week.
Any rivals you're particularly wary of? Gazeo, Finian's?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think they're the sort of top of the market. They look pretty strong, although. Finian's Rainbow probably wasn't overly impressive at Warwick, but I think he's a lot better than that. I think they tried to hold him up, which didn't suit him.
Well, last year when I spoke to you, you were very keen on the chances of Bensalem in the Festival Chase. He's had his problems since he's come back to the racecourse, and he's going for the Festival Chase once again.
Yeah, I mean, he does have an entry in the Byrne Brothers as well, just in case it was very testing. I wouldn't be frightened to drop him back to 2.5, but I mean, in all likelihood, he'll run in the 3 miler. He looked pretty unlucky last year when he came down 2 out, travelling very well. So he's coming back all the time, and I think that second run at Haydock would put him spot on.
And no concerns about switching back to fences at the festival?
Well, he'll do plenty of schooling before then. He's probably going to have a spin around the point-to-point course as well here, which will do him a bit of good, but we'll see.
The ones in the Tate Sport Trophy last weekend. Suldan Licht was travelling really well, came down. How's he come out of it, and where will he go at Cheltenham?
Well, luckily he's okay. I mean, there were a few cuts and bruises, but nothing worse than that. He'll probably go down the county route, the handicap. It's going to be tough again. I would imagine he'll be top weight, or certainly very close to it. But I've got very few options, and I don't think that we can go on the champion hurdle after the Newbury incident.
And Walk On was the horse that came in for a lot of support beforehand, but ran a bit flat, just bounced, do you think?
It appears that way, and he's actually come out of it incredibly well, but the riding was on the wall sort of halfway down the back, that he wasn't running up to his best. But we'll see. I mean, he's got entries in the county and the Coral Cup. I'll just see how he is in the preparation. If we think he needs more time, I'll wait for Aintree with him,
Do you think he's still a 2 miler, or would you want to go a bit further with him?
I'm not sure. I mean, he just might want 2.5. I mean, the Ascot run was 2.5 on his comeback, and he wouldn't be the first Triumph horse that's needed to step up and trip.
And the Betchworth Kid ran a fantastic race, staying on. It's a long time since he's last won, but he's earning plenty of place money.
He does. I mean, he goes on those top handicaps on the flat, and the same over hurdles. And yeah, as you say, he doesn't win very often, but he gives them an awful lot of fun. And there is probably a big handicap in him, but I wouldn't like to predict which day. I mean, he's in the county and Coral Cup. I mean, he might go Imperial Cup the Saturday before, but that wouldn't necessarily rule him out going to Cheltenham as well. He takes his racing very well.
really exciting novice for you, Smad Place, going for the triumph.
Yeah, he won at Wincanton on Saturday. I mean, it wasn't a strong heat, but it just showed his well-being again. Had a few issues with his health, but he's back in good order again. And I think the softer the ground, the better.
And what happened at Chepstow? Did he come out of it badly?
No, he didn't go into it in the best of form. We had a few setbacks with him, and I sort of nursed him there. But I mean, he still ran a very solid race. Form's working out well. I mean, the seconds won the Victor Ludorum, and the winner's obviously a horse, the Northern Horse. A lot of respect for him, but he's up there with the best of the juveniles we've seen, I think.
And would he be one of your best chances at the festival this year?
I think it would depend entirely on ground. The softer the ground, the better chance he would have. If it did come up quick, then I probably wouldn't run him. Previous Cheltenham winner, Oak Creek. Yeah, he's back in a realistic mark. We've trained him really for this race all season, and we were much more happy, much more pleased with his run at Sandown. Finished third. I haven't run him again purposely. I didn't want him going up on the handicap. Spring horse, good ground. He would have an each way chance.
And Pansoa was a horse you were very keen on in your stable tour earlier in the season.
And he's a horse I'm still very keen on, but I think he's a horse probably more for next year. Although he did nothing wrong at Huntingdon the other day, we bumped into a very good filly of Nicky Henderson's, and we were trying to give it a lot of weight, which I wouldn't think there's a 3-year-old in the country, a 4-year-old in the country we could do that. But we'll just see how he is and how he pleases me on the run up to it. But it might possibly be better to skip Cheltenham with him this year.
Just looking at your squad, if you had to name one as your best bet of the week, who would it be?
I think it would be Meadowme and the Arkle.